Good day, folks. Welcome to Best Trade Setup. In this video, I'll be going through the 23rd of August 2022 trades, and hopefully, you folks can take a thing or two from my simple and straightforward approach. Please excuse the cars outside. I stay near a main road. Okay, so here it is, the 23rd of August 2022. Now, before I get into it, please watch the first video because I go into more details and go into more details regarding my process. So, in this video, I'm just going to briefly just mention the confirmations and move on to the next chart. So, in this trade, I noticed that price touched the order block. We're looking for five confirmations to take our trade. So this one will be the first one, the order block. The second one will be the quarter level. The third one will be a fake out on this level. And with every fake out or sweep, an M pattern or a W pattern presents itself. This being the first leg right here, and this being the second leg. So that makes four confirmations. The third confirmation would be the 3CP, also known as the three candle pattern. Some of you will know it as a morning or evening star pattern. Now, sometimes this 3CP can be presented in four candles. I go into more details in the previous video about that, and also there's the link in the description for an article that explains what exactly is a morning or evening star pattern. So now, given that we have five confirmations, we're going to enter cells right here, a stop loss above here, and our TP at the low of the day. As you can see, folks, price eventually reached the low of the day. This is the trade I was talking about that I was not able to take, but it is one of the three setups that presented themselves. I was away from the screen at the time. As you can see here, we have an order block, which is our first confirmation. Second confirmation is the fake out. And with every fake out, it's a double top or an M pattern. That's our third confirmation. Second, also, we have this huge bearish candle that completes the fake out and closes below the quarter level. So that's our fourth confirmation. If this candle didn't close below the quarter level, I wouldn't consider it as as a fourth confirmation, but because it does close below the quarter level, that is our fourth confirmation. Our fifth confirmation is this bearish trend right here, and also the bearish pressure coming from the previous best trade setup, assuming that price will lead us down to the low of the day. So this downtrend is our fifth confirmation, and that is the trade, folks. I think this should be a one-to-one trade setup, which is okay. I don't mind taking a one-to-one setup on my best trade setups because I know for the most part they do work out. Now let's move on to our third trade of the day, of that day, I mean. Here we have price touching the order block, touching the quarter level. So now that's two confirmations. And we have a sweep of this level, which is our third confirmation, our fourth confirmation being the double bottom, this being the first leg and this being the second leg. So now we have four confirmations. Our fifth confirmation is this big bullish candle, engulfing candle. That's our fifth confirmation. Put in buys here, take profit at the high of the day. Now, notice how the price had already moved when I took a screenshot of this. I actually took the trade from my phone. I wasn't on my laptop at the time this happened. So that's why here you find that prices moved away from the entry point. And there we have it, folks. Price not only reached the high of the day, it did go beyond it, tapping into this order block and the previous day's high. Now, this chart here goes into detail as to the confirmations on the 5 minute chart. Now, you notice how on the 5 minute chart, we could have also entered this trade. This previous chart was based on the 15-minute chart. Now, on the 5 minute chart, we're looking for five confirmations. And here we go. We have the first one being the order block, the second one being the quarter level that price touched, the third one being the fake out. And with every fake out, we get a double bottom, which is here. That's our full confirmation. And we have this big bullish candle engulfing the previous one. So that's our fifth confirmation. And we also have a sixth confirmation here, which is the fake out being presented in the form of a W pattern. We have this bearish candle here, the bull candle, the bearish one, and the bull candle closing back above this line over here. It's more visible when you look at the line chart, which is right here, this W pattern, double bottom pattern right here. Now, these colored sections of the chart represent the Asian, London, and New York session. I only trade 3 hours of London and 3 hours of New York. I don't trade Asian session because I will be sleeping at that time. Anything between these gap times, anything in these gap times, I don't trade. It's only under certain conditions that I would consider a trade, but I won't go through those conditions in this video. So now, folks, this brings me to the end of my slide, my presentation. Let me take you back to the charts just to show you how I go through the process of entering a trade during lifetime. I'm just going to go over this trade here. Now, what I would do is pull up my text box here, and I do have a template for the BTS setup. This allows me to quickly just check off the items needed to enter a trade from this list. I've done this before many times, but it's good to have like a list right next to you just to check some things off. Just you are more mindful of the process, more aware of what's going on. Now, here we have the order block being our first confirmation. Then we have a fake out. There we go. That's our second confirmation. And the double bottom, our third confirmation. And then we have price touching the quarter level. That's our fourth confirmation. And we have the bullish candle here. That's our fifth confirmation. And after this fifth confirmation, you'd enter a trade right here with your take profit at the high of the day. But remember, we said this trade also had a sixth confirmation, which is this right here, the W pattern on the line chart. So, folks, this is the end of the video. Thank you for spending some time with me to let me explain to you my process. And with that, I wish you all a great day, a good night, and remember, anything is possible if you put your mind to it. Thank you. Cheers.